Yo, what's going on, gang? Today I wanted to talk about the tomb in detail from what we can tell based on the map, if we can get any sort of insight. Next week we should get like a better first look at it, but from everything we saw yesterday upon announcements, we do know a couple things for a fact. We do know that this is a brand new map built from the ground up, but they said there should be a nod here and there to older maps. We know that this excavation site was supposed to be Origins. Origins was in northern France. It was excavation site 64, if I'm not mistaken, and that's exactly where they told us to go at the end of the Citadel des Morts Easter egg. So this probably is the same spot. I wouldn't be surprised if the starting area is maybe above ground and you kind of get the feel of Origins. Maybe you see one of the robots like rusting away or something, and then we kind of go underground. But just beyond even just that point of the Easter egg, you'll notice in these photos, we got 3 photos of the map. This one right here in particular, this is, obviously the triangle with what looks to be a door right here sealed off. This gives me Portal vibes. I definitely think this is going to be a portal, and I definitely think these shapes are going to correlate with probably the new Wonder Weapons. In some way, shape, or form. They could just be portals. I have no idea. There's another one here, and it's very blatant that you can see it. Also has a circle around it. It looks like they're going to correlate in one way or another. And also in these photos, there's things you can kind of see around the map. Like right here, this is definitely going to be a box location. I don't know how this part of the map is going to correlate to the rest. It kind of doesn't really show that. But this does look like maybe it's more on the upper half of the map. This photo right here, the only thing we can actually kind of make out, other than, seeing that this possibly a portal, this looks like something we're probably going to detonate, be able to cross through. This looks like a lantern you would light up for an Easter egg. That's something I'm kind of noticing. And this is definitely going to be surface level. It's got to be. I mean, we got definitely a room here with a roof and a perfect view outside, and I don't think at any other angle we really have that much light other than coming directly from outside in this middle area. But then the picture that hasn't been seen as much is going to be this one right here. So here in this vast natural cavern, a Neolithic temple constructed to honor long forgotten gods. I must say this was well worth the risk. So they're kind of bringing in this concept of gods onto this map. Like maybe it plays into the Dark Ether story a little more. Maybe premise. I mean, there's no telling what we're actually going to see in particular for direct correlation to the story. But some things we can see on this map. Right here at this spot, this looks like it's going to be maybe more of a central hub. We have plates right here. There's plates you can definitely buy. You can make that out. There's actually a zombie right here. That's just kind of lurking. Right here is an arsenal machine. We got a weapon arsenal machine. Where you upgrade like your bullet type, stuff like that. This looks like a perk machine. I feel like the top of that's definitely a perk machine. We could zoom in, but I mean that's not going to do us any justice. Zooming in here, we could definitely see that that's a zombie. We can definitely see that's plates, and then you can definitely make out that that's the arsenal machine. The other thing I noticed was over here, this looks like an ammo cache box. Can't confirm that just because it's so blurry, but if I had to put money on it, that's definitely an ammo cache box. I think this is a perk though. I don't know. If I had to guess, it might be Voltrade. I kind of get the vibe of Voltrade from based on the top. It kind of looks like a bird on top. I don't know if they're going to bring Voltrade to this map or not, but it definitely looks like this is going to be some sort of center mass. It's definitely a tight area. And then in the center, obviously with the multiple zombies, you got one right here in the middle, one here, one here. There's one kind of around in the corner over here. I'm thinking that this area is probably going to pertain pretty heavy to the Easter egg as well. It looks like certain spots of the map just have like beams of light that kind of highlight certain areas. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Easter egg plays out. One thing they mentioned with this release of this map is that they built it in favor of Liberty Falls, which I can understand why. I mean, the replay value on Liberty Falls is great. I think it's a solid map. With that being said, they said they added a ton of like side quest or smaller Easter eggs like Liberty Falls along with the main Easter egg, and they claim that this is going to be a more narrow, tight map So I'm super intrigued to see how it's going to play out because we have these super vast areas in the background, but I wonder if those are going to be like out of bounds areas or areas where you could literally fall to your death. It's super interesting to kind of, it makes me feel like Die Rise. You know, Die Rise had spots on the map where you actually could fall off the map. And I feel like that's what they're going to do with this dead space out, you know, in this area and kind of off this side. And even here, I mean, you might be able to traverse through all of it, but there's absolutely no telling. There's a figure over here on this right side. I can't tell what this is. I don't know if this is just a light and then something's reflecting off the other side of it. I don't really know. So definitely intrigued by that. At first glance, when I saw this photo, I saw the water running down here. So this is definitely going to be a waterfall. There's stalagmites here, which kind of gives you the impression that there's already water. And this looks like it's kind of a creek that runs down as well. But I saw these little blips. I get it's old spots on the photo because it's on the frame. But at first I was like, God, what's floating around this cave? But it looks like it's just water running down all over the place. I can't recall seeing water on Origins. It was muddy because it was raining, but there's water coming down all over the place throughout this cavern, so there's definitely water above. So I don't know what the direct correlation between this map and Origins will be, other than that it's probably, I'd say about 99% confirmed that the wonder weapons are going to be elemental staffs that we did see within Origins. Gang, listen, that's all I got for this map until we actually see more. I hope that answered any questions you guys may have had about the map. If you learned something, man, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit that sub, crush the like, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it, gang.